There.
Thank you. Okay. Well, let's start with either the type form and that email response, or actually maybe since I just mentioned it, we can go over the how to do a pull request and then integrate that into the or upgrade the hats uh, agreement, which is pretty high level, Baba.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to get out of the way the type form so we can just bump into the serious stuff?
Okay.
There's
Okay.
nothing to stop here. Check
Well,
if the device is on your home.
sometimes Siri just pops up and it's pretty scary. So, okay, I'm gonna start sharing my screen right now. Entire screen. And so I'm gonna open this Word document because this person just sent a request for information on the IN, sorry, and the open bank account issue. So wait a second. I'm gonna stop sharing right now for a second.
Okay, great. And you can grab that redacted version of the request. Yeah, thanks.
Exactly. Okay, there you go. Sorry. Okay, there you go. Sorry. So this was the request. And there's nothing more to it. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, I was on mute.
I
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got their email, we got their Ethereum address, and then this is, I think, just drop down requests, the EIN and open bank account. This is from Cali DAO. The context here is Cali.gg. The people using it, I think it's when they're using Wrapper actually. So the legal Wrapper service, WRAPPR.WTF, I believe. And yeah, so they can then, if they want extra support services, LexClinic is the preferred provider, and that's how we get these requests. We get them like once a week or once every month, and there'll be good training for law students if Kelly continues to build out, which the team is still very active. They're focused on Nani, but Nani is an AI operator for DAOs. So ultimately, I think these things will um, um, coalesce at some point in the future. And so hopefully we can do a pretty good job here with these limited clients. So when the Kelly team builds out again, that or brings in more client flow, we can be here to be of good service. So yeah, so for this particular person, I guess a question is, what is the legal wrapper they chose? That's probably a good start. So Daniel, we did have a boilerplate for a client like this, right? And then I emailed you. You emailed or potential clients like this, pardon, patrons. So you emailed the patron, potential patrons. I don't think any of them got back to you. And then I also replied to you with some thoughts. Do you have that reply? And then if you do, yeah, have a look at it. Not screen sharing, and just make sure that everything is redacted. We can look at that reply and then construct this response.
Yeah, so I took my time in right now,
Oh,
and the point about the opening the bank account is a first time for me, and then the IEN, this that I'm highlighting right now, is your reviewed version per se.
oh, great.
So we wouldn't have anything regarding opening a bank account with the potential patrons.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Um, okay. So obtaining the EIN number is something you can handle independently through the IRS website. And you might find it straightforward. Okay, great. Yeah. And then for opening a bank account, yeah, why don't we say, to open a bank account, to give, to, yeah, to, or, to help you with your, yeah, to help you with, opening a bank account, we'll have to know the kind of legal entity that, you're, you've created. Yeah. And I would say, in the past, people using the Series LLC offering at Wrapper have had issues with creating bank accounts. Just so you know,
Do I include that?
or and maybe in better words, but I think it's good for them to be aware. I mean, that's the one, I guess, criticism I have of the Wrapper is they don't say that, and I would prefer they say it beforehand. But since we're not in charge of their product, we're only in charge of this stage. Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Yeah.
Please be advised. Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, the Series LLC that is offered by the Kelly product team. We have gotten feedback from people who've used it that they've had issues creating a bank account, and it's Kelly with a K.
Oh,
Yeah, and I think it's actually Kelly LLC. Why don't we look up what it is? Because I mean, I really want to. It's important that we're arm's length from Kelly. So yeah, if you can go to the website real quick and just see what it's kelly.gg and see what they call themselves.
.ggc.
Kelly.gg, yeah. Yeah, there's also that Linux distro. And I scroll down there. Hopefully, something that says their team. Maybe if you look at the Kali product itself, or actually even better, the wrapper product, but there'll be something that says like "made with love" from, or something like that.
No, but this is. Oh, there you go. Calico.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, does Kali DAO have any new I was looking at Coinbase's new blockchain, which is looking pretty hot. And does Cali use other blockchains besides Ethereum? Basic. I mean, does it do like level 2?
Yeah, it's definitely on the layer twos. I think it's probably on base as well, but I haven't used it on base, but it's definitely on Optimism and Arbitrum, and it's also even on Q Network. We
Right.
helped the Kelly team with the grant to put it on the Kelly, or probably on the Q Network.
Sweet.
Sorry, I'm trying right now to log into my X account. It's requesting a lot of information.
What is X doing?
It's just taking me to the profile of. It's asking me for a code generator app.
Mm.
1 second.
Wow. Explorer featured trees.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Do you know by any chance their X accounts, Kyle?
What's X count?
Yeah, for Calico.
Oh, yeah, it's KALI__GG.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Sorry, some issues came up already. Okay, so what did you want to see about them?
Oh, I think we're good actually with the. Yeah, I was wondering why you're going to X, but yeah, I mean, I think we're good. What we wanted was to know that their company name. So, like if it's Kelly LLC or something like that, but I think it's Kelly Coast for corporation. So that's their public notice that they're an incorporated entity. So we just in our letter we just want to have that, right. So the
Okay.
Calico, uh, yeah, you can even do the Cali Corporation if you want to be, or does COVE stand for corporation or company? I can't.
Okay.
It might be an LLC.
I'm all lost. Oh no. I know what happened. Cali. GG. Then I went here, and it's Calico. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Calico.
okay.
See.
Yeah, it's an LLC. Okay, that's the name. That's right there. So Calico as one word. And, yeah. So, yeah, that is offered by Calico LLC. So just remove the in front of Calico.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Yeah. Yeah, and then I would just add, if you're interested in becoming an annual patron of the clinic,
Mm.
we can help you with. We can help guide you through, uh, various Web3 tooling and legal current concerns, as well as find you appropriate law firms.
Yeah, that part I do have it. Give me 1 second. It's if you're interested in becoming a LexClinic patron, it's $300 for an alpha stage membership. That includes et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, let's have a look, and we might want to modify it.
Yeah. 1 second. Mm-hmm. If you're interested. Please note, however. Okay. And here's the part I just added.
Okay, I'm having a look here. It says,
The new thing starts here.
"Oh, great! Yeah, we did a good job there." Yeah. Okay, fantastic. Okay, great. Yeah.
Awesome. So that is done. So now let me know what to do with the other subject you wanted to see.
Yeah. So let's go to the GitHub.
No, it wasn't this one.
This is Ross's. So Ross, the Calico. No worries.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just GitHub, and then I think Lex-Clinic,
Yeah.
GitHub.com. Yeah.
You can see it right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Great. Okay, so then if we go to, we should find pull requests somewhere, or I guess let's go to repositories. Let's go to the templates, the public one. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Okay, and then there should be, if you scroll up a little bit, yeah, see that says pull requests in the top, code issues, pull requests. Okay, so in the pull request, yeah, right there. See that? That's update entry agreement.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's see what I removed.
And this one, right?
I think so. Yeah, let's see what that gets us. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I think this is, yeah, today. So yeah, so I think those are the things that changed, just the things in red and green. So it looks like I removed by accessing, and I
No.
changed,
Mhm.
yeah. So I changed line 8.
And added this, all of this.
Yeah, which a lot of that is the same as line 8, I think. Um, and then I added line 9, which is just a space.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts there? Is that okay, what I did there?
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, so I think what it is just the highlighted part there. So I just added
Mhm.
after feedback, yeah, in the LexClinic Telegram. And then I removed a team is assigned to review user reports. And so I think this is a really important clause in the next stage. But for this very first stage, it's just recognizing existence. And so with that, it's also saying, look, any third parties, interactions you have with them, that's that's not our problem. And to me, that's all we want, because this is kind of giving ourselves a responsibility, this sentence.
Mm.
And that's fine when we have a closer relationship, but this relationship is really just to insulate ourselves from liabilities. This first entry point, at least that's how I'm seeing it. And then we can then take on responsibilities in the next entries. But this one's basically saying we're only going to recognize you exist if you agree that in a certain that we don't have certain liabilities.
Mhm.
And the biggest concern is this Web3 potential liability that's out there, with these entanglements, these permissionless distributed ledger and entanglements. So that's really the point here, is like, look, we'll recognize you exist if you also agree that this whole potential liability environment that might not ever come into existence, but you agree that, yeah, you're not going to hold us, you're not going to sue us for that kind of thing. So that's why I thought that we should remove this. The way I described it was, it's a centralized obligation, which that is, that is a way to put it in kind of Web3 terms, but more on a legal level. That's why I thought it would be good to remove this here, but not ultimately in the relationship we have with the patrons. This is not yet a patron stage. This is just recognizing
Mhm.
that aux address is an aux address that exists, um, and doing that, we get some liability protection.
Okay.
So if you agree, which you might not, but that's my reasoning.
Mhm.
And it might be good, to down the road when we do these pull requests and push requests, that we give a little bit more detail in our reasoning, because I just gave that in one liner and I had to explain it here in this recording.
Mhm.
But for now, I think it's okay. It's good that we're just using pull requests anyways. So I think add that button try that button to the right, review changes, top right.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. So that you can leave a comment, and then you can approve. Right down and yeah,
mm.
if you approve, yeah. And then you can say why you approve. I think that's good. Yeah. And then maybe you can also add, actually, before you do that, can you say, please look at the LexClinic weekly call. Uh,
Mm.
yeah. And then,
Name.
yeah, please look at today's LexClinic weekly call, and because the timestamp will be there.
Oh, yeah, okay. Submit.
Okay, great. And then the next thing you should do, and then we're good, is scroll to the bottom. There, well, sorry, yeah, right there. So see the merge pull request? Above, not cancel, but close. There, yeah, there you go. So now what we're doing, see how it says this branch has no conflicts with the base branch? So this is, if you're thinking about like contract review and amendments and version management system, this is something, to me, I believe the legal community should have embraced a long time ago. This is so fastidious that it works for computer systems. So it's just the best version management system out there. It's underlying it is Merkle tree technology, which is the same underlying technology for Bitcoin and of course Ethereum. So it's incredibly powerful. This is why we have Linux machines. So if we're running Android or whatever, there was a bunch of different modules at universities that each one of them was an important piece to have a full operating system. And this Git system made by GNU and Richard Stallman was how finally people from around the world could pull together these different modules and finally make it into an operating system. So yeah, it's incredibly powerful for collaboration. So with that, please merge with the main branch. Great. So then let's go to the main branch and see if that change took place.
It would be to the code, right?
I think so.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So see up to the top there, and it already worked because he's at the top there. Yeah, you see that as confirmation as well. But at the very top, it says last week. I
Oh.
did. Yeah. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you did the first commit, so we know it worked because that's my upgrade. Okay. Great. So now let's. Oh, yeah. This is good too, actually. So let's set you up a Pinata account because we're now going to have to make this into IPFS. So this
Okay.
is a great thing to record. So yeah, let's go into Pinata. Maybe IPFS. There we go. I see it.
This one.
Yeah. I guess it's Pinata. Okay. I was saying it anglified, but it is Pinata.
Yeah. Get started. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing for a bit while I create my account.
Okay, so can I chime in while you're doing that?
That'd be great. Yeah.
Okay. I put a link to Zeely.io. It used to be called Crew. And I've seen a pretty cool project use it to onboard people, and the concept is like, hey, you're bringing on your crew, right? But they just changed to the name Zeely, so it took me a minute to find it. But they basically make onboarding like get your wallet, you get some points, you know, do this, do that, and you just like doing all the quests, you know, to onboard into a project, and so seemed like a cool way to onboard people. And I have a little bit of experience with Crew, so just wanted to point that out. And I'm looking at this tree, and I just have a question about the professor's hat, which you called a journeyman hat. Um, which one is journeyman?
Yeah. So that's it's the point. The point is to kind of take from apprenticeship systems, and maybe we could actually look at old legal apprenticeship systems, because only until recently that, and even with articling and such, it's still actually part of how to learn to be to practice law. But it's a journey person, and yeah, journeyman is the traditional way to do it. But it's a journey
Oh, okay.
person terminology, at least just in general apprenticeships, and trade schools still use that term. So that's why I picked it, but I'm happy changing it to something that is less cumbersome because it's a pretty big word. But the way that is the point of that. So basically, anyone who's the skilled the who's teaching, right? But
Yeah.
teaching through experience, like a trade way of teaching, that's where the journey persons are. So they don't necessarily have to be lawyers or professors, but they are the person who has the knowledge and the skills that other people are working with. So I could even see a student being also wearing that hat
Yeah.
if they have a certain specialty that other people are kind of shadowing them.
Oh, okay. Where is it on the tree though? I'm looking at the tree.
Do you want
And
to share your screen and we can go over it? If
yeah, that's cool. You want
and
me
then
to?
for that onboarding, yeah, while you're sharing your screen for the onboarding, we did initially start with an onboarding company. I can't remember the name of it right now, but then, and we were one of their white glove clients. They were early stage company, but eventually they went under. And in the startup environment, when they went under, there's no like wind down servicing or anything like that. So
Yeah.
it wasn't that much help. And then we just had some kind of like legacy knowledge and such that was kind of captured. So that's why I'm a bit reticent to do something like that again. But if you're
Yeah.
really excited and you feel motivated, feel free. But otherwise, we're just kind of taking it slow with
Yeah.
figuring out how hats even works before we get something
Yeah.
that's kind of polished onboarding. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can only. I hate putting time into something and then it goes down. That happened to my first CRM that I put like all the names and contacts. And it went out of business. I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So I feel you. I feel you. Okay, so I share my screen by hitting this button. Select window or screen. Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. So if you go to right there, so journey persons, I see it there. So from the top hat, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
And so that's I think that's just a group. Oh, it does have some controls in it, but really that's kind of like, if you think about that, kind of like a directory,
Hmm.
and then the leaves below it, those are the actual roles. So if you can zoom in, that'll help. Yeah. Yeah. So within this group, then there's onboard. So the idea of onboard, and that's why there's just 5 of them, is a brand new journey person. So for instance, if your professor wanted to offer her services through this clinic, or just her guidance, I guess, just journey person at the clinic, then we would start with having her be on board. Until then, she either became a member or she became a head. And with head, if the clinic does grow well enough, there's a concept of that the heads should have their own houses.
Hmm.
And the idea there is a house can easily offshoot from the organization and be its own, or even not offshoot, but just be its own legal entity and such. And so the houses aren't um, like I've seen houses before in other DAO organizations, and they're based on particular, like they're basically committees or working groups.
Yeah.
But this is more that you name your house like the house of like Gryffindor or whatever, and you
Uh,
actually like it has a certain like it does specialty whatever, but it also has a legacy and kind of a reputation, and then yeah.
okay. Okay. So to do this thing with the school, I would put the teacher here, and then the head would be the student org, right?
Yeah, so you would, so the yeah, I would say, yeah, you would Well, what we would do first is I or Daniel would put you to onboard. I
Yeah.
think that would be the way to do it, and then you would be the head,
Mm-hmm.
as the student org.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a house. Yeah, you would set up that house, the student org, and then the teacher would, then you would onboard the teacher, and then you would either make her a member or a head. You probably would make her a member. That would be the way I would guess we would do it.
Okay.
But yeah, we would want to chat about you. I mean, I guess that's part of the problem with having these kind of structures is there's always things we don't anticipate. So you having a student organization, I haven't thought about that before, but for Kyler, yeah, we did a similar thing, and so we made them him the head of his newsletter, which is now within LexDAO. Before all there, it was the clinic helped the newsletter out. So
Mhm.
yeah, so that makes sense to me that we do that with you. So let's yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I
What
was
do you
looking
think?
over. I was looking over here on the far right because the hat I have right now. I have this clinic consent hat. So, oops, damn it, I was there. Yeah. So I have this hat right now, and I thought we went through a process and tried to mint another one. But that's the only one I have. We were gonna do something else today or last week. Actually, I had the meeting with the professor last Tuesday at this time, so that's why I wasn't on.
Okay, well, yeah, so this is the next stage Daniel and I are going to do is there actually was another hat I think you did, but because we changed the agreement up and then there was some technical issues with the hats protocol as well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, none of us have this other hat anymore. And so the way it's supposed to work is there's the agreement hat. And you know how you sometimes get updates to terms of service and all that in agreements?
Mm-hmm.
So with the hats on chain, we've got it so that you've got you put in a grace period. So when you update the agreement, there's a grace period, and then that they people have that long of a period to sign the new agreement. And if they don't, then they lose the hat. Now, what I did is I set a grace period that was too short,
Mm-hmm.
and then so I just did another one. So I overrode that one. But when I overrode that one, because of the way the system works, that meant that everyone, because it was the grace period for the prior one I'd set up. So basically,
Mm-hmm.
it just meant everyone didn't. I mean, it's computer logic. I don't need to get into too much, but basically, I just removed everyone accidentally.
Right. Okay.
So what Daniel and I are going to do, we're going to do another update to that agreement, and then we'll also put in a grace period. But in any case, when that's ready, and that should be ready by the end of this call,
Uh-huh.
then you'll send a link to that. So if you go to and this is again what we were talking about before, which this is a new kind of entry point for DAOs, which is just recognizing
The hat.
an address actually is an address, and in exchange for us to recognize that address is an address, that address also agrees to not hold us liable for third-party liabilities and other kind of areas where we're concerned liabilities conform because it is we're leaving our database open. So unlike traditional Web 2 where the database is closed, this is open, right? So people are going to be using it in all kinds of ways. And if we modify it and other people are relying on it, we don't even know who they are. That's what I want to avoid. So that's what this first stage is for. So if you zoom in again up to that far right there, yeah. So that's all that's about. The far right is just about um, just that basic recognition. Yeah. So then if you click, can you zoom in or
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Oh.
Still getting my feet wet in here.
I think if you scroll your mouse, you can zoom in too. But okay, great. Yeah, the entry consent. So yeah, if you click on that one,
Mm-hmm.
if you scroll down, there, sign the agreement. See that how agreement's underlined? This. Oh,
Oh, it's kicked me out. Damn it, fucker! I
if
thought we were covered.
Well, this also might be on Hat's side. This is interesting.
Yeah, because I was already logged in.
Well, while you figure that out, Daniel and I will start working on the back end. So if you don't mind, stop sharing your screen and
Yes,
then
sir.
Daniel, if you can share your screen. Thank you.
Okay, you can look at it right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're in Panada now, and this is the way to make IPFS files. So we'll have to, if you click add, let's see how we can add, if we can add straight from GitHub, or if we're gonna have to upload. Okay, so let's go to, if you can go to GitHub, and then we're gonna have to make a file on your desktop.
Of the agreement.
Yeah,
It's a raw file on an .md format.
great. Yeah, so yeah, exactly. So we'll just take, if you can just save the raw .md on your desktop, I can walk with you on that, walk through it with you if you would like.
1 second. Okay.
And you're probably going to want to drop the file just because this is a recording, but I don't know. We've also just for all these recordings, just cut out parts there.
1 second, please. I'm just troubleshooting right now. I'm gonna stop sharing the share again. Yes.
I just want y'all to know that I'm having a nerdgasm right now.
Okay. So this is the entry agreement.
Oh, great. Perfect.
There you go.
Yeah, that's it. So we've got it now. So that's the CID. That's what we'll want. Yeah. So that works. That definitely works. Okay. So if you copy that CID. All right. So now let's go back to the hat. If we go to hats.
I think I
Yeah,
signed that agreement, by the way.
great. Yeah. So we'll have to do it again. This is the newest version, but all of us will have to do it again. And
No, I mean
and I
just
also
now.
accidentally picked your phone. Oh,
Yeah.
the brand new one you just signed.
Yeah.
Well, let's see we can actually check that.
Okay.
Well, it says no errors currently, but you see how it says 5 recently removed errors? That's what I did, but I booted everyone off.
Okay.
Yeah. So one thing that's interesting with their interface is there are people who are just wearing the hats and they're not signing because it's automated. So that's why it says 44. So we'll talk to the hats team about that and tell them there's a bit of an interface issue. But if you scroll down here on entry consent, yes, if you click on one of those hats minted, the Etherscan, we'll be able to find the source agreement.
And I'm doing that in the wallet, right? Like clicking the wallet. No. Yeah, I'm up.
Well, we're gonna update this anyways, Baba. So you're gonna have to sign it again anyway. So let's
Okay.
update it, and then we can help you if we have time.
Okay.
Or we can do it next week. But yeah, can you hit the 2 days ago that
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so now we're looking for interact with 2. I think it's the 7EA. Let's click on that.
This one.
Yeah. And then you click on contract.
Do I click on it?
Below the thing that says contract with a check mark, and next to NFT transfers, yeah. And then right contract as proxy. Let's see if we're in the right place here. Yeah, we are. Okay, good. Okay, so now we go on set agreement. That one, the set agreement one? Yeah. And then the agreement, that thing you copied, that's what we put in there.
In the string?
Yeah, see how it says CID?
Oh,
Oh, no, you're right. I think you're right. Do that again.
likely a CID, yeah.
Yeah, remember that's what you copied yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then grace period, this one is, yeah, they should make their language better, but this one is, the grace period is, well, no one assigned the other hat, so it doesn't actually matter. But the grace period is, I think, in seconds. Well, whatever is when I put down 1,000, it was just a week. So you can put down 1,000 or you can put down 10,000, doesn't really matter. Um,
I just
uh,
I just clicked here to see.
yeah. So just put down, I guess, 10,000. Why not? All right. And then we just connect the wallet. You're going to have to connect your wallet first. And, right. You see the little red button there? Connect to Web3 on the top, next to the
Oh,
ETH price.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I always forget the password. Yes. There you go.
So how does hats connect to the Git? Like, are you having to do it manually, or do they connect?
Yeah, so what Daniel did is actually, Daniel, before you hit right, let's just show him real quick. So Daniel, if you go to the Git templates, the tab you got up there. So this is the Git, right? And then what Daniel did was he downloaded the file, download raw file. See that button? Yeah, he hit that button there,
Uh-huh.
and then he downloaded the file. And then we had to make it into an IPFS. When IPFS, yeah, is also, yeah, that's what we did. So we went into, this is our IPFS host, Pinata. So they give you a few free files to host, and then they charge after that. But we use the free amount right now. And so then he took that file, he downloaded on his desktop, and then he uploaded it into Pinata. And the Pinata gave him a hash, like this Merkle tree thing I was mentioning before. That's basically what this is. It's CID, but it's an ID. It's a unique identifier. And then, yeah, so we hit that copy button. And so then that's what Hats is going to use. So it's not going to look on Web2 at all. It's going to use the word Web3 stores data, IPFS, which is, I think it's intergalactic or something. IP protocol for file sharing. I think that's what it is. Anyways, it's kind of fun name, but it works. IPFS. So as long as you just have someone who's pinned the file, then you're going to be able to grab it. And since each file has a unique name, even if that file gets removed, but somebody uploads it somewhere, then it's going to get that same unique name, and then you're going to be able to access it. So it's not permanently on the blockchain, but it's the next best thing. It's somebody storing it and hosting it. And so that's all IPFS needs. So it's not as permanent as the blockchain, but something like Pinata, their central host. And if for some reason it goes down, though, you can upload it in another host. So if when we look at how Hats protocol is referencing these things, it doesn't say it's the Pinata host. It just says it's IPFS. So then it cuts out that opinion. So that's why we're doing it this way. So it is a full Web3 solution, including the data store. Yeah, when you're ready, Daniel, hit right.
Yeah, I put IPFS. I put a website on IPFS at one of these sites last year, and a couple months later, they changed the deal as far as the free hosting.
Oh, okay. So Daniel, you should have, right? That's the clinic. Oh, you were in Ixians?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's.
How do I cancel reject? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's great. So that's actually really great though, testing, right? Because if permissions wasn't working, then you had been able to write. So hopefully you can write with the. Well, I think you're still connected to Ixian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see where it says connected. Well, you're good there, but you see the website itself thinks you can still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if you click on that, what happens? What did it do? It just bounced you over?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just can you just reload? I think it's just IP, ether scan is just kind of, yeah, there you go. Kind of janky. Yeah, it's hard this space because you don't know if it's the jankiness or the
Mhm.
or yourself or whatever. But yeah, okay, good. So then, yeah, we're gonna have to just put this info in again, I think. No worries. Yeah, and then Grace is kind of arbitrary here, but hopefully they do better. I've asked Hats to do better documentation on Grace's timing and such. But
Mhm.
okay, let's see if this works. Hmm. So this one isn't going to work either.
Oh,
So I can definitely update this, but let's see why the Hats team. Let's ask the Hat team why you can't update this. Because if we look, let's just make sure you have the permission. Which, if you go to the Hats tree, yeah, so you're in this one, right? I think you're wearing it. Yeah, that's you, right?
I don't remember my DOA. Oh, gonna reject it again.
Okay.
561C. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's you. Okay. And then let's go down to maybe you need to give yourself permission in the hat directly, which you should be able to do. So if you click on entry and the entry consent hat. Let's see. Just go down a little bit more. A little higher, actually. Okay, let's do edit. Let's click on edit tree. But it's already 1 minute to go before the hour, so we won't spend too much time on this unless it has people. But yeah, if you can just on the left here hit edit tree, and then let's scroll down in this part of it to I think scroll down more. I think or permit revocation eligibility. Let's try that one. Okay. Go down a little bit more. Deactivation, reactivation. Let's try that. Let's just expand stuff, see if we can find something. Okay, scroll up to the top of this. All right, I can't figure it out, so I'll ask the Hats team why you can't upload. Or responsibilities, let's try that. And powers. No, it's powers.
Did I open this docs?
No, that's okay, because really, for some reason, I have the capacity to change it, and you don't, and I that doesn't make sense to me. The reason I have the power is because I'm the top hat, and so the way hats works is if you're a higher up hat, you have all the powers for the hats below it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, even though I'm the top hat, you're also still the hat above it because you're recognized.
Mhm.
So, I'm going to ask the hats team for clarification. I think it'll be a good thing to clarify it. And we're at the top of the hour, so we almost made it,
Yeah.
but no worries.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's chat when later about where this recording went and how we'll upload it to YouTube, how that goes. But that's great that we finally we're recording these calls and yeah, because I think we're doing a lot of great learning here, and we might as well
Definitely.
make it into artifacts so other people can learn.
yeah.
And yeah.
Where would you post the artifacts?
Yeah, so I just made a YouTube channel for the
Okay.
clinic.
Okay.
And so, yeah, Daniel and I will work on getting this up there, and then we'll just get those weekly calls up on that YouTube channel.
Okay. Okay. Can I ask another question?
Yeah.
How does the Kali DAO when it spins up a doc, how does it connect the membership to the hat?
It doesn't. Kali isn't interacting with hats at all.
No?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But that would be good. So maybe down the line. But as of yet, no.
Yeah, that's the impression I got, that they worked together when we first talked about it, but. It's
Yeah,
man-
I work with both teams, but those teams as of yet don't work with each other.
Okay, well, if you guys need help where I could learn more faster, put me in, coach.
Well, you're doing the exact right thing showing up here, and I think we're finally getting it together that, yeah, we'll keep, yeah, if you can learn this stuff, I mean, very few people know this stuff. So you showing up to these calls is exactly, and then if you, yeah, start to be able to, yeah, if you're interested in hats, if you like how this particular tooling is happening, I'm happy to include you in the hats, developer and just, yeah, environment in general. There's also non-developer, like kind of just community. I could add you to hats community right now if you want. Do you want
Yeah.
to? It's in Telegram. Or,
Yeah.
okay, great. I'll do that.
That's good. I'm more like front end than back end. Just FYI.
Yeah. So the dev chat, no worries on that one. But this is just the hats community for season 3. So, yeah, I'll add you to that.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Kyle, just to confirm, I'm gonna end the recording right now, but it says here it will be saved in your Meet Recordings folder in Google Drive.
Mine or yours?
Yours, because
Oh.
you're the, I think you made the call, so it's gonna
Oh.
take yours.
Okay.
Okay, stopping recording.